What's good, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. This is Two Real Chicks. My name is Aisha.
My name is Lyah.
Today we have our Sunday stream. Normally on our Sunday streams, this is not technically like a podcast because we can kind of talk about anything and it's more laid back. You guys get to look at, well, I guess here, sometimes you may see us, more of our personalities over here. Today we're going to be talking about being black, being a woman, and trying to make a goddamn friend. Because, what y'all?
Shit is hard.
It's tough out here in these streets. So we're gonna do a couple of stories in here. I'm sure we're probably gonna give our opinions fully on everything. You guys are going to get to see why is it so hard or why is it so easy. So let's get straight into it. Lyah, take it away.
Building friendships. A lot of my friends that I have are older. My oldest friend is like 37.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and I think I've always just been naturally drawn to older people for whatever reason. And I've always been, I guess, told that I was mature for my age, so that's probably why. But
Say like the old people, mature.
mature. I think that's like how you actually supposed to say it, but whatever. You know what I mean when I said what I said.
Period.
But like honestly, with finding a friend, you have to be careful because I feel like it's not the same as it was. I don't know. It's just weird. Like we're at a point where you can't trust anybody, and it's just hard out here to try to find somebody. And it's like when you're a black woman, there's always this thing of like being jealous, or a friend, somebody that's supposed to be your friend wanting what you have whole time, not even realizing that I had to go through hell and high water just to get this. So if you really want it that bad, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times, like people want people want the type of friend that they can't even be. You know what I'm saying? Like you want a friend that's honest and you want a friend that's sensitive, that's supportive, and you're none of those things. You don't have any of those characteristics.
Right.
So it's just like, how are you gonna expect somebody to be the type that friend to you when you can't reciprocate? And then social media also plays a part as well because it's just like everybody's always, oh, fuck a friend. I don't need a friend. Friends are wonderful to have.
They really are.
Despite what you see, friends are wonderful to have. They bring you peace. Well, if they're great ones, you know what I'm saying? They bring you peace and help you out of your dark spots and um all those things. Like they really they can really be a good help if the friendship is genuine. Then a lot of times I feel like people want friends for the aesthetic because they think it looks good, but they don't actually want to
Mm-hmm.
be a friend. Kind
Mm-hmm.
of like being in a relationship. You're in a relationship for the aesthetic, but you don't want to actually be in a relationship. You don't want to do what it takes to actually make it work. It just looks good.
Right.
So that, but it's hard. It can be hard, but it can be a great thing when you have those friends that are supportive.
I
When you have
agree.
when you have those genuine friendships.
I guess I'll kind of start off here. So myself and like a couple of us that like we're in group chats with, we said this year we really wanted to build new friendships and like genuinely have long-term friends. And I kind of feel like I've got a friend at Aaliyah. Like that's one of the
No,
people I'm like, fuck you, Leah. That's one of the people that I'm like, yeah, because Leah will hold you accountable. Now, I feel like some of us, we do come off a little bit more strong when it comes to saying things to your friends, and you're like, okay, I know I gotta check her, or I know I gotta let her know, like, girl, that ain't right. So for me, I need a friend that's going to hold me accountable. I don't want a yes person. I don't want somebody that's going to agree with everything I say because there's no fun in that. Like, I have to have that as a friend. And it feels like the more older I get, I meet some girls and I'm just like, now, bitch, what the fuck? Like,
like
now,
no.
like, I don't be understanding it because I know what type of friend I'm looking for. I'm looking for a friend to be honest. It just so happened that Lee is one of those people that her like thing on social media is honestly Lyah, and Lyah is probably one of the most honest people I've come across on social media, and
I'm
it's not
probably too honest.
for real. And it's not fake, it's some genuine shit. And I've met some other girls and I'm just like, when we get into certain topics and situations, it's kind of like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, you kind of, you kind of fell off there for a second, friend. But this year, I really wanted to build real, genuine friendships because I lack that in my day to day life, like in my personal life outside of social media friends, because I just feel like I took in too much bullshit, too much just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the older I get, the more I realize I don't need those type of people. And that's why it's been so simple for me to be able to cut those people off that don't bring me value. And I feel like being black, sometimes you only want a friend, like Lyah said, for the aesthetic. It's not because you want to genuinely build friendships and genuinely have those people in your life. It's only because you are sitting there like, oh, it'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, let's go on a girls trip. And then when the girls trip happens, you don't show up, but then you be on social media, oh my God, I miss my friends. It's like, girl, you could have been on that trip
Like,
too.
you don't miss us too bad, because if you
Mm-hmm.
missed us like you say you do, you would have made an effort to
Mm-hmm.
come, to the girls trip. Like, if you couldn't for whatever reason, then that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. But
Now we ourselves have started the talks of like having a girls trip. When is it? In like May.
May of next year.
Yeah, so if we could do it sooner, right now it just don't work out for people's schedules to do it anytime before May. People got school, people got work. It just makes sense. So for me, I want to be able to have those yearly trips or multiple times a year trips with those people because the older you get, you don't like being lonely. Don't nobody want to be lonely. And I feel like sometimes you have to attract the right type of people. But I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna let Lyah talk now because I feel like I
attracting
just
the
said a
right
lot.
attracting the right type, you're gonna attract a lot of types of people.
Yes.
That's just the thing. It's about you being able to discern who's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
You being able to tell the real from the fake. You being able to tell when somebody's a leech, when somebody only calls you when it's convenient.
Yeah.
And this is for like any relationship, kinship,
Romantic
romantic partnership, whatever it is. Like,
work.
whatever, you have to be able to tell. You have to be able to recognize when they're using you, and when they are, genuinely being a friend, and when they genuinely want what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
I had my sister last year, I believe, or early part of this year. Her and this girl, they had been knowing each other. Like, she came to stay with my sister because my sister's boyfriend's brother needed a place to stay. And y'all, he's not he's a sorry excuse for a man. That's
Oh,
we gonna say that. We're gonna say that he's a sorry excuse for a man. And he made good money, so it's not like he couldn't have afforded his own place. It's not like he couldn't have afforded, like, to um buy an apartment or anything, or rent an apartment or anything like that, or a house or whatever. But he had his priorities all wrong. He had different uh things that he wanted to do with his money. So, my their mom was like, well, can you just give him a place to stay? He's living in his truck, and he got him and his girlfriend. They got a baby and all this kind of stuff. And the whole time the girlfriend is living with her mama, she got a stable place to stay.
mm-hmm.
So she didn't even need it. But like, they were staying together, and they ended up bonding over my sister and this girl ended up bonding over the fact that um they were just being told lies by, like, my her her boyfriend's, like, family and stuff like that, trying to, just a lot of shit that they were being told wasn't true. So they kind of bonded over that. And then at first they had like a genuine connection, you know what I'm saying? They wanted the same things. But there were certain things about her that just kind of, her boyfriend didn't like her, because he felt like she was being messy. He felt like she was always in something. And then my sister kind of got annoyed with her too after a while because she started to talk about her baby daddy or whatever, and they would be off and on together, not together, this and that. And then she had other guys as well. But what broke the straw on the camel's back was um my sister invited her and another friend um out to dinner or whatever. They went out for drinks and whatnot. And she was talking about this girl was talking about, her baby daddy or whatever, and how, you know, if he just would get his stuff together, she would take him back. Now he didn't got married on her, y'all. He didn't have another baby on her, several babies on her. Like he didn't treated her like shit. And she was like, if he just get his stuff together, I'd take him back. If he just did right, blah 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 blah. Like, girl, he's not going to do right by you. That's not the thing. And she was like, um, my sister was just like, she said something. She's like, I'm sorry, but I can never sit up here and be a fool for a man who had a baby on me, cheated on me, got married and didn't even tell me this, that, and the third. And in so many words, like this girl was like, I can't wait for your boyfriend to dog you out so you can see how I feel.
Mm. It sounded like this girl just didn't know her self worth. She
It's a
didn't.
lot. She didn't know. It's a lot of stuff. She didn't know her self worth. She doesn't know how to be a friend, and she's in her 30s.
Mm.
All my sister's friends are pretty much older. She's in her 30s. And you mean to tell me that you still don't know how to be a friend? And then my sister was like, girl, you trying to, like, she was like, it was somebody that she met at her job or whatever. She was like, I mean, I talked to her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't really hang out with her. My sister was like, if you like the girl, and that's your friend, say that's your friend. You ain't got to try to lie to kick it with me, because at the end of the day, whoever you make friends with outside of me ain't got nothing to do with me. I know what
Right.
our relationship is. So that happened, and she cut her off slowly but surely. She stopped talking to her. And the only thing that they have to talk about is like the only time they really have any type of interaction, her son is on the phone playing with my sister, her boyfriend, and everybody. So she pays his bill and sends the money through Cash App, but that's the only time they have any type of interaction.
Mm. It's a lot of using going on there.
No, wasn't a using situation, because at the time they were really good friends, and she wanted her son to get a iPhone, and she was like, can y'all put him on y'all's plan? I'll pay I'll just send y'all the money for his bill and stuff like that. And so she agreed to it.
Uh,
So it wasn't that type of situation, because at one point, like, they really were good friends. They would always look out for each other, buy each other stuff, do all that kind of stuff. But her boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend, was just like, I don't like her because she's always in some mess. She's always getting you involved in mess, and you get involved in it between her and my brother, and they end up getting back together and doing the same old thing. He had his other reasons why he didn't like her as well, but that was one of the biggest ones, and I understood where he was coming from, because every single time they talked, she always talked about him. And
I
then
know. Oh,
then
go
like
ahead.
she kind of did stuff like to kind of show off, like the other baby mamas was watching, and really wanted, like, was really jealous of her. Girl, ain't nobody jealous of you. You're supposed to be a good parent. Like,
Right.
you're supposed to do that. But that's why I say, like, it's so hard trying to find a friend, especially when you're in your 20s. Like, you would think that if I met a friend that's in their 30s and that's a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, I have better luck. But no, some of these 30-year-old women don't know how to be friends either. Some of y'all
Yeah.
just really, at y'all big ages, some of y'all just real toxic for no reason. Like, y'all, first of all, you're jealous of a 22-year-old. First of all, like, if you're my friend and you're older than me, you can teach me something and I can teach you something too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like just because you're older doesn't mean doesn't mean that you're the only one that can be a teacher in
Right.
a friendship. But like, some of y'all just, like, you know what? I have a friend in me, at this point, like
Like
that.
Anthony, when we first got together with my 10-year relationship with my ex best friend, um, he just kept telling me, like, babe, that ain't your friend. You need to cut that girl off. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, yeah, I know she is, but damn, you ain't gotta keep telling me that. Like, shit. I know this to be true. So I feel like accepting your worth out of a friendship is the biggest thing, or at least one of them. Like, you can't just always accept the bullshit. You can't brush past it because,
Mm-hmm.
like what was happening to me and to your sister, like, we get used and it's not necessary, that it's not needed. Like, as the person that's getting used, you have to be able to speak up. And once I started to do it, she just kept telling me, like, Isha, like, damn, like, you coming on strong. And it's like, no, I'm just taking too much from you and I'm tired of it. And this is where I put my foot down
Your
now.
tolerance level is, you've had it. You've reached your
Mm-hmm.
tolerance level of how much you can tolerate. And then like also too, like my sisters also had a thing where it was just like, hey, like she had another friend that stays in Indiana, and she's just like, listen, every time you need something, you're always calling me. If them little bitches you hang out with can't get you nothing, why are you still a friend? Why are you hanging out with them? What
Because
is your problem?
they're getting, so she getting something out of that.
What is your problem? Like every single time. And she's like, and it's like, it's not an issue with me helping you at all. It's not the issue. The issue is every single time you call, that's what we do. That's what you do. You like, not every single time, but I'm saying when you need something, you're not turning to them to ask them to help you. You're turning to me because you know I
Mm-hmm.
have it. But if they like, every relationship that you get into is supposed to be one where it can benefit you in some kind of way.
You gotta
You know what
have
I'm
some
saying?
substance.
Where you can elevate and y'all can learn together and y'all can grow and you know what I'm saying? Do all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
what type of relationship it is, but like if I can't depend on you when I need you, then you know, like, what are we doing? That's why you have to put people in categories. Like, okay, this is a friend, you know, this is an acquaintance, this is an associate, this is just somebody, you know,
Mm-hmm.
this is just somebody I talk to. And then sometimes y'all be friends with friends of convenience. You're only friends because y'all right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't be friends for real. You don't find that out until, you know, afterwards.
Yep.
This chair
But
is really squeaky.
I personally have to have some type of substance when it comes to a friendship. I don't want to be just friends with you because you think I'm pretty. I don't want you to be friends with me because you think I'm pretty. Like, I don't like that. I need us to have some type of substance. We need to bring something to the table. I'm currently in technically 3 group chats, but one of them we don't really respond in unless it's talking about our trip. However, the 2 group chats that I'm in, I've been in one. What? How long do you think we've been in that one for? Like 2 months, 2 3 months now.
It's been longer than that.
It's
We've
been
been
a
in that group chat since like what, July, I think, June, July.
it's been a minute, y'all. And I kept saying, yeah, it has been that long. Damn. I kept saying, like, if this like group chat don't bring me no substance, I'm not gonna stay in it. And I just recently got put in another one yesterday. And I'm like, okay, the conversation's flowing, it's going, we got things to go in common. I don't want to just be talking to somebody or being cool with somebody just because of the aesthetic of having a friend. Like, I need some type of substance. You need to bring something to my life. You have to bring some type of value. And that's not me being cocky, me being overly conceited of just because like I know I'm a bomb ass friend. I know that, you know. But if you're not bringing nothing to my table, I don't want to just be the only one bringing something to
Right.
yours. Like, that's not fun. Because in any relationship, whether that be co-worker relationship, you know, romantic, what have you, family member, y'all have to bring something to each other in some type of
Mm-hmm.
way, because you're not going to feel wanted, needed, and loved in that type of situation. And being black, to tie this into that, like, black women are jealous of each other, very jealous of each other. The most hate that I get online is from black women, and it's
Which is
so
so fucking
sad.
crazy.
Like,
So crazy.
the white women, the Hispanic women, Latin women, hell, some Asians, they will be in my comments bigging me up. Now, there is a select few of black women that love things I post online, but the ones that be giving me hate, my first hate comment that I ever got on TikTok was from a black woman. A black woman. Okay. And she was like, girl, you need to stop posting this because you're not cute. And she said some other shit. And I made a response video to, if you don't know TikTok, you can reply to people's comments with videos, right? And their comment will be up there. So I made the response video and I'm like, it be women that look just like me that are making these comments.
They'd be so jealous. So
Mm-hmm.
jealous hearted. Man, it's so sad. Like I get hate comments anyways
For no reason. I
for no
don't
reason.
understand why people be doing and saying the shit they say
I
to
get
Lyah.
because Girl, because they like to be a troll. And I said it in my live, y'all. I have a TikTok. It's called Honestly Lyah. I think everything will be in the description.
Yeah, everything's in the description.
It's called Honestly Lyah, right? And I have another one called Open Dialogue where I do like celebrity stuff. But on my Honestly Lyah, when I went live on Friday, right? And I gained like a couple hundred followers from that.
She gained like 500, y'all.
I gained like it was more like I was at like 6,200. It was more like
Mm-hmm.
eight something like that.
I need to get on that Lyah shit, but
And I wasn't talking about nothing. I was just running my mouth. But I was in my live. I was like, it'd be so funny how y'all trolls come in here and y'all be trying to be funny, and the whole time y'all be the joke.
yep.
Like y'all be the whole joke. Y'all are the punchline. You're the entire joke. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything that comes in a joke, you are that. And it be your own people. And it's just like, why? Like I said, a lot of friendships don't last because y'all want what the other ones have, and the whole time you don't even know what they're doing or what they're going through to get it.
Yeah.
Like I y'all, there was this one, we kind of switching gears a little bit, but there like I when I was at the blind training center or whatever, the blind center, the training center, shit, whatever it's called. When I was at blind training, I can talk, I promise. I can't, I don't
She
know.
say she can, y'all. Y'all hear it. She say it.
First of all, we had to redo this and she wasn't even all the way together.
Shit was happening. I had phone calls.
So yeah, I got my shit together. She didn't. Um, but we were when I was at blind training, I met this girl, right? And Bombshell, she was an ex of my ex-boyfriend. Anyway, so when I didn't know that at the time, but we ended up befriending each other, whatever. She was the one that kind of got me out of my room and like mingling with other people because I was really just. It's not that I was just antisocial. It's just that I don't be knowing nobody, and when I don't know you, I really be in my shell, and I be trying to scope out the scene to see, you know what I'm saying, who I can vibe with. And I met a
As
lot
you
of good
should.
friends. I met a lot of
Mm-hmm.
good friends up there. A lot of the friends that I have, a couple of them are males. They are male friends. Um, Majority of them were women, but I met a lot of good friends up there. But this one particular girl, y'all, she started off being really cool, right? But a couple months in, like there was another girl that came and then we hit it off. I thought she was gonna be my roommate, and I was like, bro, I don't even want a roommate because I'm cool without having one. I got so many stories about roommates and stuff.
Y'all,
We'll
we gonna
talk
do a
about that.
whole episode on
We're
roommates
gonna we're
because
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. But I had the roommate that I had was annoying. She was an older woman, but she was annoying and just like so she left and I didn't have a roommate for a good little minute, right? So I just knew she was gonna be my roommate, but she wasn't. But I wouldn't have been mad if she was, because she was cool people, and I still talk to her to this day. Like we stay in touch. But she came and like y'all, this other girl, we'll call her Tracy. She Tracy used to we used to have like little get-togethers or little cookouts and stuff up there at the center, and the men used to cook for us. We were spoiled. We were spoiled women. Okay. The men used to cook for us, and the food was busting. It was bomb. It slapped. All right. But like they had got to a point where they were like, "Hey, if y'all want us to continue to do this, we don't mind doing it, but y'all, it's costing us a hell of a lot of money. Like the meat that we're buying, that's what's really burning a hole in
yeah,
our
meat
pocket."
be a motherfucker.
Man, he was like, "So if y'all like for the next barbecue that we're gonna do, if you give us $10, we can $10 a piece, then you'll have a plate at the thing. If you don't pay, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Mm-hmm.
fair. Like y'all, we can't allow only a few people to pay and then everybody eat. Like no, that's not what we're doing. So Tracy didn't have any money. Tracy literally sat there and was like, "Oh yeah, I hope that food good that y'all gonna eat this weekend be good. I'm gonna have to eat my lunch, which is probably gonna be late or ain't gonna be none that I want to eat. But y'all have fun. I sure
She
wish
tried
I
to
had me
guilt
some
trip
money."
y'all.
Yeah, like not even you can get all you want to. But she was one of the type of people where like they would order food. Now I had a good relationship with these people. They liked me. We laughed so much, y'all. I think I should have had a six pack by the time I left because we laughed so fucking much, bro. Like my stomach literally would hurt because we laughed so much and most of the time it was at her. And I know it sounds mean, but y'all, she was funny in her own little way. The stuff she did, it did make sense. um but like it was, I don't know, I had a good relationship with them, so anytime they would order food I would always They'd always make sure that I ate. I wouldn't have to pay for anything. Um, in fact, for Mother's Day, one of my guy friends bought me a meal, and I was like, I'm not a mom, and they were like, well, you're gonna be a good mom with somebody someday. I don't plan on having children, but that was nice to say.
He trying to put things into your fucking future.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that at all.
But like she would eat and partake and stuff like that. But then when we would look at her, be like, hey, we want, like she go to McDonald's. When we go to McDonald's, it's like, hey, anybody want something? Or y'all want to make a trip to McDonald's? Bring me back a sweet tea.
Right.
Okay, cool. Never could do that with her. Never. And then like she's one of those people who was like real, just I don't know. She just did things that just kind of made me go And she still texts me to this day. She'll be like, hey, I'll read her message, but I never would respond.
Oh,
But I don't talk to her like that. Like I don't, because I don't know, it's something about her. It's just she's just a little weird.
Sometimes you have to like observe people, and once you have one too many encounters where you're like, I didn't like that. I don't like that you said that. I don't like that you did that. You kind of gotta then reevaluate: is this person a good person to be in my life? And once you have so many like hell no's, baby, please go on about your life.
But let me tell y'all something else about her though. Now, because she never really had any money. It wasn't her first time being there. It was like her fourth time by the time I had seen her.
This the girl that you did the story time about?
Yeah, this is the girl that I did the story time about.
Y'all, I'm going to link this in the description as soon as this is done. Fuck that. I'm gonna link it in the pinned comment. Y'all.
You got to go watch the story.
I gotta see that.
Time, okay? Funny as shit.
Fuck.
But she was on her fourth time being up there at the center by the time I had met her. Right. So
don't take that Dutch damn blind trainer now.
No, but like she had reasons why she kept leaving, and if you go watch the story time about her, you'll see what one of those reasons was. But like it was her fourth time being up there. Now the couple times she had been up there, somebody said, she had people people helping her out because they knew her situation at home, which she gets the government allowance. So I'm not understanding why you can't have like $200 of your own money to have. But that's not my business. So they were like, there was this woman up here, and she paid Tracy to do little tasks so that when Walmart Day came around, which was every Wednesday, when it came time for her to go to Walmart, she needed something, she had the money to get it. And she ended up allowing one of the staff members to get into her head, and she ended up talking herself out of some money. She snapped on this woman and was like, I don't have to do what you say, and you're just using me, and some stuff. The whole time the staff member had no idea what was going on or what the arrangement was, but you're around here talking, and you don't even know that this girl agreed to do what she was doing. And the crazy thing about it is there was this guy that was up there who actually liked her. And I'm not saying like, just as a friend, I'm talking about liked her, like, wanted to be in a relationship with her. He would send her money as well. He gave her money as well when he was up there.
Was she holding it or just doing dumb shit with it?
I don't know what she was using it, to buy her stuff. And she never told her mama about it because she never told her mama about it, because if she did, she probably would have to give it away, give it to her mom. But she was keeping his money or whatever and doing whatever she needed to do with it. So the guy ends up leaving. He wasn't there for that long. He was only there for a few weeks, but he ends up leaving it. And even in his absence, he was still making sure she was straight. And he had asked her, hey, the holidays are coming up. I would like to see you. I want to spend time with you. If I'm sending you my money, you know what I'm saying?
You better spend some fucking
Why
time.
not? Because I feel like it was more than him sending her money. If somebody's asking you to spend time, it has to be more than that. There's some type of connection, you know what I'm saying, other than financial.
Right.
And so she didn't go do it. And he ended up cutting off the money. He stopped sending her money. And then because her mom kind of controls a lot of her life. Y'all, she has a lot of medical issues going on and whatnot. Her mom kind of runs her life and, has a lot of say-so over what she does. And I don't know, like it was just a lot. She just does a lot of stuff. Did a lot of stuff that I was just kind of like, I don't think we're going to be able to chill and hang out because you're a little bit too much with your own self.
Right. But y'all, friendships, it doesn't cost a lot to become a good friend. It doesn't cost a lot to like want good friends and
No.
like accept that you have a good friend. Because yeah, maybe there's some qualities about your friend you're just like, I don't know about this, but if 95% of the time y'all chilling, doing good, y'all got a good conversation, when y'all hang out, you're like, yes, like this is awesome. But then that 5%, everybody don't like somebody 100%. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's impossible to 100% be like, yeah, like, oh my God, this is amazing about them completely. Like my boyfriend, I got shit about him. I'm just like, babe, like you just do some dumb shit sometimes. And I just be like, what the
And
fuck
that's
and why?
normal. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a TikTok that said if you find out some dumb stuff about your friend, you're either going to do one or two things. You're going to leave that, you're going to stop being friends with that person, or you're going to continue to be friends with them and accept the fact that that is a negative quality about them and not complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's fair. You know that this is a negative quality about your friend, but you have yet to let them go.
Yep.
You know that they're jealous hearted. You know that, they don't support you when you're asking them questions about certain stuff. They don't want to help you. Like, all these things. You cannot complain when you're continuing to still be in that type of relationship with that person. Same thing about a partner. Like, he's a cheater. She's a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know they're a Rolling Stone. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit and let them and get cheated on in silence, or are you going to leave and actually do something about it? Like, I don't know. I think that's a fair statement. And a
Now,
lot
Lyah
of
has a two-time rule. You want to tell them about your two-time rule?
oh yeah, I have a 2 time rule. And I just implemented this. I seen this on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? That's actually a good rule, and this is a good boundary to set in relationships. You have 2 times to tell me something. And if after the second time you've told me and we've talked about it and you have yet to change it, you don't get a third time
You can't say shit
to
else
tell
to
me
me.
about it.
Mm-mm.
I want to hear it. And then I also have a 2 time rule. Like, whenever I get my house, my friend Vivian did this to me. You're not a guest over here anymore. If you come to my house twice, you're no longer a guest. So if you waiting on me to host you, you waiting on me to feed you, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna be hungry.
Yep.
You're gonna be thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 time rule, and I stand by that, because after a while, like, you're no longer a guest. You've been here long enough. You know the vibes. You know the feels. Um, After the second time of us talking about the same old thing, and you haven't you have yet to do anything, or you've tried stuff and it hasn't worked, that's different. But if you're going to constantly complain about the same old stuff, like, if you have a
Mm-mm.
toxic friend and she's a toxic friend or he's a toxic friend, and we've already given you advice on what you can and can't, what you can do or what you should do, and we've talked about it twice, and you haven't made it your business to make necessary changes, I can't help you anymore, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
the type of friend, I get upset. Excuse me. Wow, it's not my day. I get upset and I get annoyed, especially when I feel like you've been a decent friend to me, and when I know what the type of friend you are, I get irritated. I'd be like, okay, so is we making trips, or
Right,
what we
right.
doing? So if you're not going to make that change, and you know what I'm saying, X that person out of your life, then don't talk to me.
Don't say nothing
Don't say
about
shit to
it.
me.
Mm-mm.
Don't say
Because I
nothing.
know Anthony is probably so happy I stopped saying, oh my God, I'm so tired of so-and-so doing this. And he'd be like, babe, I done said that to you.
Right.
Like, why are you saying that to me? I don't give a
Right.
fuck.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it, because I already told you once. I told you twice.
And then people get upset when you be like, all right, I don't want to hear that.
Like,
What are you getting mad
you
for?
cannot be upset, like, y'all. Some of y'all be emotionally we gonna have to wrap this up because we don't want this to be too long. But some of
Right.
y'all be emotionally draining.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's the hard thing. Like, when you're trying to find a friend, you want that equal balance. Like, I want to be able to cry on your shoulder just like you want to be able to cry on mine. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to vent. I don't want your advice all the time. I just want you to be an ear that I can yell into for a little bit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all, you have to remember that they have emotions as well, and you cannot always be emotionally drown, like, you cannot drain them all the time. You have to be emotionally available for your friends as well, even the
Yeah.
strong ones.
Yeah. I
So
do agree. But this has been another Sunday stream of Two Real Chicks. Come back on Wednesday. I don't know what time. Y'all know because it'll be posted before we even, do the stream. Probably around 4 or 5 o'clock on Wednesday. and we're going to do our spooky Halloween segment. If you guys want to be featured on that by any chance, we can have up to 6 people on our stream. Let us know in the comments or hit us up on one of our social medias or on TikTok, on the Real Chix TikTok. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe to our other platforms outside of Real Chix. Don't forget to subscribe to the Real Chix YouTube and follow our TikTok. Lyah, any closing remarks?
Yep, follow our TikToks, follow my TikTok Open Dialogue. I'm trying to get those followers up over there. It's almost at 200, but if we can get it to more than that, I can start going live, and doing that type of thing and whatnot. So follow that over there. Be sure you follow all of our other social medias. Engage with this video if you watch the playback, and let us know what your thoughts are on friendships. And we will see y'all in the next one.
Bye, y'all.